Esther's story unfolds far from Jerusalem, in the mighty Persian Empire, where God's name is never spoken, yet his presence is everywhere. After Queen Vashti was removed from her position, King Xerxes ordered a search throughout the empire for a new queen. Among the young women taken to the palace was Esther, a Jewish orphan raised by her cousin Mordecai.
Among the young women taken to the palace was Esther, a Jewish orphan raised by her cousin Mordecai.
Esther was beautiful, but her true strength was hidden. At Mordecai's instruction, she concealed her Jewish identity. In time, Esther found favor in the king's eyes and was crowned queen of Persia. Mordecai served faithfully at the king's gate. When he refused to bow to Haman, a powerful official, Haman's pride turned to rage. But it was not enough to punish Mordecai alone. Haman plotted the destruction of all the Jews in the empire. Through deceit, he convinced the king to sign a decree calling for their annihilation. Panic spread. Mourning filled the streets. Mordecai sent word to Esther. She hesitated. But lest the king extend his golden scepter. Esther had not been called for 30 days. Fear pressed in. Then Mordecai sent his reply.
Do not think you will escape because you are in the king's house.
If you remain silent, deliverance will arise from another place. And who knows whether you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this. Courage born in surrender.
Go, gather all the Jews and fast for me. I will go to the king, and if I perish, I perish.
Esther dressed in royal robes and entered the throne room. The king saw her. With wisdom, she invited the king and Haman to a banquet in the waiting. The royal records were read aloud, and Mordecai's past act of saving is discovered, an act that had never been rewarded. At the same time, Haman was preparing gallows to execute. Reversal had begun. At Esther's second banquet, the king asked again,
What is your request, Queen Esther?
I and my people have been sold to be destroyed.
Who is responsible?
This wicked man, Haman.
The king elevated Mordecai, and though the decree could not be revoked, a new one was issued, allowing the Jews to defend themselves.
The day meant for destruction became a day of deliverance. Joy replaced mourning. Victory replaced fear.
The legacy of Esther. Esther did not wield a sword. She did not shout, she stood. Esther teaches us that courage is not the absence of fear, but obedience in spite of it. And even when God seems silent, he is never absent. Her story lives on in the celebration of Purim, a reminder that it's people at exactly the right time. Faithful God, you who work behind the scenes and place us where purpose waits, give us courage for our moment. When fear tells us to stay silent, remind us why we were chosen. Clothe us with wisdom, steady our hearts, and strengthen us to stand for others. If obedience demands sacrifice, teach us to say, if I perish, knowing you remain in control. Use our lives for deliverance, and let your unseen hand turn danger into victory. For such a time as this, we trust you. Amen.